today in this session of class 11 business studies, we will be going to discuss some of the points of merits and the demerits of the company form of organization. Okay, company form of organization, it is created by law. Okay, it is that form of organization which is created by law and it gets its separate legal existence. So what are the merits and the demerits of this form of organization? I have already drafted few points of merits and few points of demerits for you. Now we will be discussing these points. Okay, so merit of the company form of organization is availability of huge financial resources in comparison to another form of business organization like sole proprietorship and partnership. The company form of organization can manage a huge financial resources because there is no limit to the maximum number of members, and the other financial institutes are also readily providing the various type of loans to the company organization. So they can manage a very huge fund for doing their business. Limited liability. Another advantage when we are talking about this thing, this is one of the advantage related with the members of the company. The members of the company have got a very limited liability and their liability is limited up to the extent of investment what they have made in the company. The personal assets of the members cannot be utilized for paying off the debts of the company. Then perpetual succession. As the company is created by law, it has got a separate legal existence. So this form of business organization is much more stable than the other form of business organization. Because there is a perpetual succession, the coming and the going of the members does not affect the stability or the existence of the company. Okay. Transferability of shares. The shares of the company can be easily transferred from one member to another. The members are free to transfer their shares in the open market or sell their shares in the open market to any other investor. If the members want to convert their shares into cash anytime, they can make the use of this practice that they can sell their shares freely in the open market. So this transferability of share is one of the advantage to the investor, that if they need the money, they can sell the shares of the company. Scope for expansion. There is a very big scope for the growth and the expansion of the business because they have got a very huge financial resources, they have got a good manpower, they have got a management persons who can manage the various activities of the company. So there are always chance for the scope and the expansion of the business. There are always chance for the growth and the expansion of the business. Professional management. The company form of organization can hire the professional person for doing their activities or for managing the various affairs of the business because they have got a very huge financial resource. So paying the money and hiring the skilled professional person is not a problem for them. So due to this professional management, they are able to do the smooth functioning of their company and they are able to earn more and more profits. So these were some of the points of the merits of the company form of organization. Now we move towards some of the demerits. What are the various demerits or the drawbacks of this form of organization? Difficulty in formation. The first demerit of this form of organization, that is, it is very difficult to form the company form of organization because there are lots and lots of legal formalities which a person has to go through if you have to establish a company. So this is a very difficult or a tedious task. Okay. Lack of secrecy. this is also one of the problem, that the secrets of the business cannot be maintained. Because when you are raising the funds from the public, when you are calling the investors to invest the money, so from time to time you have to publish your reports or your accounts in front of the public through the various media or the various channels of media. So it becomes very difficult for you to maintain the secrets of your business. Excessive legal formalities. There are excessive legal formalities because you have to get number of documents prepared. You have to submit those documents in the company board office or company registrar office, and then you will be getting your registration. So there are lots and lots of documents like memorandum of association, article of association, prospectus. Okay, so it becomes very lengthy process, it becomes a very expensive process, and it is also very time consuming process to prepare all these type of documents. So due to this, many times the company form of business, if it is to be started by any person or a group of person, they are not able to do that thing. Okay, delay in decision making. There is a lot of delay in making the decision because there is a hierarchy or the chain system which is followed. Then the decisions will come from the top level. So you have to pass on the information in a proper manner, and then information will be circulated in the proper manner only. So you have to wait for a long time before the decision comes in your hand. So there are lots of important decisions in the business which are to be taken instantly. But this thing is not taking place in the company form of organization. So the organization may have to suffer a loss sometime. Oligarchic management. Oligarchic management, it means that management rests in the hands of the few persons only. It is said that there is a democracy, but in actual sense it is not like that. Because the management is being done by the elected representative of the members. So what it means that the management is done by only few members. So those few members are taking the decision on behalf of all the other members. So whatever decisions they are taking, the other members are bound to follow those decisions. So sometimes the decisions which are being taken by these members are being taken with a personal bias. Okay. So ultimately they are not keeping in this thing in mind that whether this decision will affect or will have some effect on the existence or will have some effect on the financial position of the other members. And if they will suffer the losses, then it is not good for the company. So due to some personal bias, sometimes they forget all these things. So there is an oligarchy management. Okay? That means the management lies in the hands of few persons only who are taking all types of decisions. So these were some of the drawbacks of the company form of organization. So today in this session we have discussed about the merits and the demerits of the company form of business organization, and hope you understand clearly that what are the various points of merits and various points of demerits of the company organization. Thank you and have a nice day.